Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you an Alamo Bowl game preview between the Texas Longhorns and the Oregon State Beavers. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with Texas.
Now let's look at Texas in this matchup, and defensively for the Longhorns, I think this game is about winning the individual matchups. When you look at Alex Okafor versus left tackle Michael Phillips, that's a battle that has to get won. In the secondary, Quandre Diggs and Carrington Bynum versus Marcus Wheaton and Brandon Cooks, the outstanding receivers of Oregon State. If the latter matchup gets won, it'll allow talented free safety Kenny Vaccaro to be utilized more creatively in order to help generate those big plays that come from their defense that we've grown to see throughout the course of the year. Now, offensively, the Longhorns operate at a different speed, much faster than everybody else in the country. I've been impressed with the steady progress of true freshman running back Jonathan Gray. They brought him along slowly, and now they're starting to see the dividends pay off. But look for David Ash, the outstanding quarterback, the solid quarterback, to work the quick passing game with Jackson Shipley. If they can do that, then they can have some success, because we know Oregon State will try to get aggressive at the line of scrimmage, so you're going to have to hit those short passes, those hitches, and those slants, and Jackson Shipley is a guy that can catch the football, make one miss, and keep the chains moving. Move over to the Beavers in this ball game, and Oregon State will start Cody Vaz at quarterback, who has done a sensational job this year with protecting the football. And we know Texas loves to bring the pressure from the edges, which is why I think running back Storm Woods can have a huge impact on this ball game with catching flares out of the backfield, running those flat routes or the screen passes, and that'll loosen up that defense and allow Vaz to work deep down the field with Marcus Wheaton and Brandon Cooks. Both of those guys are outstanding receivers. Now, defensively, I'm looking forward to watching the linebackers versus this running game of Texas. Now, you can't over-pursue the Texas backfield because they're explosive. Bergeron and Gray, those guys can take a handoff, a short handoff, and take it the distance. And you look at All-American cornerback Jordan Poyer and All-Conference corner Rashad Reynolds. Those guys will be asked to go extra aggressive this week versus the Texas wide receivers in an attempt to get David Ash to hold the football just a little bit too long, or a half a second too long, to allow that pass rush to continue to disrupt timing. Their defensive line has done a great job all season long in disrupting timing, getting pressure on a quarterback. So if they can do that versus Texas, they have a legit chance to win this ball game defensively. Vaccaro is one of those safeties, in my opinion, that's versatile. He can play free, he can play strong, he can tackle, he has ball skills. He's going to be a first-round pick, in my opinion. I would draft him in the first round. Has that range to cover sideline to sideline. Look for a team at the next level to grab a versatile guy that can help them in many different ways. And when you look at Jordan Poyer, the cornerback from Oregon State, 5'11", 190, good size that you want, and also has tremendous ball skills. Again, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Give me a cornerback that always has the football in his hands, and I want him on my team. Poyer should sneak into the first round and be a star at the next level. James Brown was a campus legend for the Texas Longhorns from 1994 to 1997, over 8,200 career passing yards and 54 touchdowns, but he is most remembered for that key play, that play-action pass down the middle of the field to the tight end in that Big 12, the inaugural Big 12 championship game, to help them knock off the powerhouse Nebraska Cornhuskers. Ken Simonton is definitely a campus legend, in my opinion. You look at what he was able to accomplish from 1998 to 2001, back-to-back 1,400-yard seasons at 4.9 yards a carry. And he also finished 9th in the Heisman Trophy voting. So this was a guy that was an instant impact every which way on the field, in the return game, as a receiver, and most definitely coming out of the backfield. Like the Beavers in this ball game, I think this is a great matchup across the board for Oregon State. They match up well on offense with Texas. They can beat the blitz. They have a quarterback that's not afraid of the moment in Cody Vaz. They have a talented tailback in Storm Woods. And we talked about the two outstanding receivers on the flanks. That can give you enough problems as the defense. And on their defense, they match up well what Texas wants to do. They want to spread the field and throw the football vertically or throw it underneath. So they have two outstanding corners, one first-round NFL prospect. So across the board, I think they match up well. So look for the Beavers to win this ball game versus Texas in the Alamo Bowl.